Baby, being gay and white and being a person of color is two different things. One, you could hide that gayness. I mean, for some, it's pretty obvious, but you still get privilege with it. And a person of color from birth is seen as someone that got to work twice, or if not three times as hard to get the job that they want. Hi, welcome to JOA. If you're new to my channel, please click subscribe and click that bell button so you'll be the first to know when I upload. I'd really appreciate it if you do subscribe and do click the bell. This chick had to make something about herself. The topic could be about trends, or it could be about, being a transvestite, a drag queen, whatever, and Meghan McCain will figure out to include herself in the story. So if you're new to my channel, I do ask icebreaker questions, and this question is, what issue that there is that you can think of where Meghan McCain doesn't make the story about herself? I'm also on patreon.com/JOA. I appreciate the support. I want you guys to watch this clip here, and I'm gonna come back with some more.
So Meghan, where are you at with hearing all of this and everything he's going through?
It was very sad and hard to watch. He's, shaking with emotion in this. I think the points everyone's making about the huge disconnect between the culture that we all reside in and media and the rest of the country, I think it's easy to forget that there's still a lot of homophobia and a lot of ignorance, in different places of the country. I can remember reading think pieces when Mayor Pete was running for president about him not, quote, being gay enough, him and his husband, Chasen. And thinking it was obviously absolutely absurd, and what kind of message does that send to, gay people around the country and LGBTQ plus people around the country. On a personal note, I'm only making this personal because I think it's relevant to this point. Clay Aiken is one of my best friends in the entire world. He is literally like a brother to me. I call him Uncle Clay to my daughter, Liberty. When he was coming up in his career, many famous comedians made many jokes at his expense before he came out of the closet, famously one of them calling him Gaykin. And I can't imagine, he actually didn't end up coming out till he was 30 years old. And I know, and he's publicly spoken about, the impact that could have had on other closeted gay kids and LGBTQ plus people in the closet, seeing how he was harassed and treated before he was comfortable coming out. Coming out is a process that is personal and private and something that people have to come to on their own terms, and I'm glad that we have made a lot of progress, but I just know that, words and actions have consequences, and Colton in his interview was talking about how when he was in playing football, that people would say that's so gay as a slur when they fumbled or didn't do something right. So I think that we just have to keep pushing towards progress in the world and keep pushing towards tolerance, and I don't think we can forget that there's still a lot of work to be done in a lot of areas of the country.
So this video is a continuation of this damn fly of what I did in terms of that fraud, white privileged gay man that just came out the closet after literally stalked the girl that was on The Bachelor and said some hurtful things to her and threatens and all of that stuff. Look, I didn't even watch The Bachelor, so I'm not really looking at it like that. I'm just tired of these people that have no talent, that goes on TV and think they can succeed on television just because they have a pretty face. And I wish we can go back in times where you have to have a singing and acting talent, a dancing talent, and where, not just being white with a pretty face gets you to where you got to be. Now, on Good Morning America, Robin Roberts did ask him a question in terms of what advice will he give a young football star who's watching now. And he simply just said he can't really give any advice because he's still working on himself, but that they will get through it. And so Meghan McCain, of course, on The View had to make it about herself and about her friend, Clay Aiken, some guy that was on American Idol, and also some failed politician guy that really didn't make it into politics after, he had that failed singing career. And I'm just like, how low does this woman go where she got to make a story about herself? This is a woman that lacks self-esteem. This is a woman that has no self-esteem. This is a woman that is married to a man that simply uses her as a networking lane, that doesn't love her, that had a kid to just lock her down and simply get a job. She may have a prenuptial agreement, but what she don't realize is that man does not love her, and he's using her like he uses other marriages as a networking lane. And there's a huge reason as to why this woman does not like to talk about her marriage, because her husband isn't the conservative man that she portrays him to be, and she wants to keep that at tabs and continuously distract us with who she is, John McCain's daughter, and the harsh rhetoric that she does so she can salvage ratings for The View and try to think that the reason why The View is getting the ratings that they are getting is because of her, when honestly, I mean, for the 4 months that she's been gone and it's been peaceful, The View actually has been doing actually really well, and people are tired of her ass. Like, girl, stop relating to every story about you. You are the epitome of narcissism. You are worse than Donald Trump, okay, when it comes to stories. Like, I haven't seen a person in my life that makes every situation about themselves. Like, every fucking story they have on The View, a story, she relates it to her. You know, my friend, but you don't have friends. You don't. Pick one. On other days, you're very close tight with your circle, and you value friendship, and you don't have a lot of friends. And on most days, you said you have friends. Like, pick a finger. Like, this bitch get on my nerves. One thing I didn't also address in that almost 20-minute interview that I did, I'm just tired of this white privilege that goes on, and it does exist. And when I say that gay white men and the people of color don't mix together, the media likes to intertwine the two. No, you still have the same privilege as a white straight man. Just look at Ellen DeGeneres, who had that decades of tyranny behind the scenes on that show, and she lost 1 million viewers, and she's like #5 on daytime, and she's still on air. But yet Steve Harvey, who was #4, did well with his talk show, did well with his little big shot show, was replaced by 2 white women, Lovey Kelly Clarkson and Melissa McCarthy. But let's just call a spade a spade. And here she is, this white woman who's a lesbian, is white, and she's #5, lost 1 million viewers, had a whole scandal during the summer, and she still got to keep her show. I mean, you can't comment that there's no white privilege if you're white, because you will never understand the experiences that I, or even someone worse like a black person here in the United States of America, will go through. You know, y'all just mad that it's true, okay? We're not saying that you didn't work hard to get to where your job as a white person. We are saying that there was no obstacles from the get-go, from the jump. When you first walk into the audition room to get that job and get in that interview, there wasn't no stereotype used against you from the color of your skin. You just simply was a person that they wanted to look at your resume, and treat you fairly. That's not the same things that a person of color or a black person get in some situations. It's just not, and that's truth. And you just got to deal with the truth, okay? But y'all, I'm really tired of this trailer trash, former allegedly pill popper on The View. She really get on my nerves. She's actually been really good with the co-host and not acting out like a bratty bitch on The View. And so, you know, she's kind of like scurrying with my content because she hasn't really been acting up much. So I don't know if she watches the channel. I won't be surprised. But baby, she needs to act up so I can just do a video and go off on her ass, because some days I just want to go off on her and I don't have content to do it on her. But anyways, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe and click the bell so you'll be the first to know when I upload. Deuces. Yeah. Yeah.